Today our topic is going to be about environment, and this is Unit 8. Now, first of all, we have to understand what is an environment. Every living organism has an environment, and environment is what surrounds us, and it includes biotic and abiotic things. The biotic are living, and abiotic are non-living things that surround us, and we depend on these factors. So in this chapter, we're gonna look at the habitats, and we'll just look at the how abiotic factors affect organism, as well as how organisms affect the environment. And here, in the first of all, we will just look at the mobile cave. Mobile Cave is situated in Romania, and it was closed for about 5.5 million, and no one actually went there and came out from this cave. The mobile cave is a home to a number of existing living things that we have never seen anywhere before. It has a unique ecosystem. That atmosphere is rich with carbon dioxide, methane, and low in oxygen. There are high concentration of hydrogen sulfate and ammonia in water, and the no light enters here. This is the actually cross section of Mobile Cave. As you see, Mobile Cave is situated in deeper in the, like, say, in one of the hills, and there is a water, and there are so many unique organisms that we have never seen before. Like, there are overall 33 type of organisms in Mobile Cave, and as you see in the pictures, these organisms are completely blind, and their skins are colorless and translucent just because of there's no light there. Usually in caves, the animals which live in caves are very slow, and let's say they're spending less energy. But in this cave, in Mobile Cave, animals are very active, and they're constantly changing their places. Habitat adaptations. Organisms have certain adaptations that help them to survive in their preferred habitat. For example, land plants often have rigid stems for support, while water plants, they have much more flexible stems because water around them is much more supportive. And as you know, habitats vary widely from large areas of forest, grassland, deserts to small sites such as rotting logs. And now we have for each habitat, we're going to have certain animals that, in this case, we're going to learn about habitat adaptations, how animals adapted into their own places. Now, first case of habitat is going to be the sea otter. This aquatic member of the weasel family is found along the coast of the Pacific Ocean in North America. And the sea otter spends most of its time in water, but in some locations come ashore to sleep or rest. Now, let's just have a link to these animals. Now we're gonna just look in the National Geographic. These sea otters actually look like this. These are their pictures, as you see, and they're mammals. They can live up to 23 years, and here, like, as you see, I'm going to show you one of the video of the sea otters. Now let's look at this video about sea otters. second habitat case study is the lagoon jellyfish. They have got a lifespan about 4 months, and they're very active in the summer and autumns. And one of the most unique characteristics that they are living symbiotic life with the algae. So during the day, the lagoon jelly travels upward, orienting its body to absorb maximum sunlight. And recently, we can say that lagoon jellies in some mangrove lakes declined dramatically, and just possibly because of the El Nino event. And the temperature of the mangrove lakes rose, and as did the saltiness. So also it actually affected on the jellyfish. And lagoon jellies are very popular among aquarists, and because they're algae symbionts, that makes them much more colorful. In the third habitat case studies, we have got the spotted owl. These owls eat mainly small and medium-sized mammals, especially rodents, and they're living in the west of North America. And the spotted owl hunts at night and uses its hearing to locate their prey. And the forest inhabited by the spotted owl vary, and there are several subspecies with slightly different features. Now we can just look at how the spotted owls actually look like, and there's a video that I would like to show you. In the last habitat case studies, we have the elf cup fungus. Look how cute they look. Actually, they grow on fallen logs on trees with dead wood in temperate, deciduous forests in Europe and North America. And as you see, the fungus stains the wood blue or green, making the timber very sought after by the furniture makers and the artists. And so the fungus is actually inedible for humans, that it's not eatable by animals. Now, how living organisms affect the environment and how much evidence is there that living organisms affect the environment. We can set an example of the prairie dogs that are plant-eating rodents, and they are native to grasslands. And just because of their living in burrows, the digging of tunnel system improves soil structure, and by increasing aeration and reverse soil compaction due to cattle grazing. The second one we can talk about acorn banksia, the flowering tree from Western Australia, and in its habitat, it's the only one flowering tree when there's no other plants have a flowering, and there is actually very big importance of the acorn banksia for the pollinators when there's only they can be only food source in their habitat. And now also we're going to focus on today about the primary succession. When a volcano erupts or glaciers retreats, areas of bare rock appear. And as you know, primary succession occurs when communities develop on entirely new land without any established soil. Now, we see there's nothing in the environment, and there's only bare rocks, so especially typically first living organisms are going to be the mosses, lichens. The species are going to be first which appear there, and they will create the decomposers, they will create the soil, they will make the bare rocks to break down into little pieces and create much better environment. And this is going to be actually the primary succession. Now, these are the review parts. So try to answer these questions. If you cannot answer one of them, go back to this slide and draw us one more time. So you've got database questions about the trees growth and climate determines the type of plant. Community page 204 and 205. Okay, don't forget to do this database questions. Have a nice day, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.